Schrager, Adams, all here. Let's start with the highlights from Bills-Niners.
Let's do it. We are going to get to the Steelers. Do not touch that dial. But first, if you missed this game last night, Bills-Niners was played in Arizona. It is now the Niners' new home stadium. They will play 3 of their next 4 games there because they are not allowed to play in their actual home stadium. Kyle Shanahan has not had a lot of success there. Let's see if this changes. That man is going to say that's going to continue. Josh Allen was spectacular. Down 7-0. Look at this throw. This is a 10 out of 10 Rembrandt. Why are we showing that? Gabriel Davis, 22 yards. Watch from the reverse angle. Right, look how tight the spiral is. Right over the linebacker, right in stride, into the breadbasket. Josh Allen was doing that all night. First and goal now. It's still down 7-0. It's the second quarter. Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley had a career high in everything, I think.
Can I get a good celebration?
Oh, and they're going to rock the little baby to sleep. John Feliciano, huge credit for that. We will play that again, trust me. Dawson Knox, get up! Oh, yeah! Dawson Knox with some great blocks out front from his wideouts, dives in, usually prefers to go through people. In this case, he went over. 17-10 now, just running free. Isaiah McKenzie, 23-yarder. Just pearls and dimes and BBs all over. 27-17 now. Josh Allen's just going to start flexing on him. Look how wide open we are. Oh, my gosh. We had a little pump fake. That's Gabriel Davis. Hey, watch this. A little bit. And, there's some very good defensive players on the 49ers. One of them is named Richard Sherman, who were way out of position on a couple of these plays last night, and I credit 17. Josh Allen, 34-24. Niners get one late to make it closer, but this was all Bills. Allen was spectacular.
All right, let's keep these highlights rolling. Washington, the Steelers, and there is Big Ben. Big Ben is going to drop back. He's going to find James Washington. Watch this move inside, and then he hits the sideline, and this man is gone. James Washington, 50-yard touchdown, takes it to the crib. Taking a look at this. Here's a stat for you. When leading by 14-plus points since 04, they are 109-1-1. That's a wild statistic.
One loss to the Chargers.
14-0. I guess you're going to say they're going to win? Maybe. We'll see. Keep watching these highlights and you'll find out. Rookie Gibson, he goes down with the leg injury. Speaking of leg injuries, Alex Smith, if you have a weak stomach, you might not want to pay attention to this. He gets kicked in the shin. He literally has a red sock, which is chilling. I guess you could say it's Kurt chilling.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, fourth quarter now. Let's move this along. The score, 17-10. Steelers with the lead. Alex Smith dropping back. Logan Thomas is an absolute baller.
Yep.
They did a couple of trick plays. They did one that didn't work where he was behind center. But he's been making plays, especially the last couple of weeks. He threw a touchdown, caught one right there. Okay, Big Ben. He's still in it, trying to make a play. Oh, but it is incomplete. They go for it. That was 4th and 1. Aggressive play call. Now, Alex Smith, he gets the ball back. Cam Sims, guys. Let me introduce you to this young man.
Go on.
He's big, he's strong. This is a one-handed catch down the sideline, 29 yards.
What a stud.
First down, Washington. He is a baller. And this is a field goal that puts Washington ahead. Dustin Hopkins, the kick is good. Washington leads 20-17, 2 minutes left. All right, 2 minutes left, right? Big Ben has a chance. It's not down by Montez. Don't sweat the technique, and it is intercepted by John Bostic. It's a wrap, guys. It is a wrap. The undefeated Steelers are no more.
Okay, Chase.
Chase Young and that defensive line were all over Big Ben. Shout out to Washington. They win this one 23-17. Let's hear from the game-winning head coach and quarterback.
You know, you want to be playing your best football come this time of year. We knew this was going to kind of be this brand of football coming up here, you know, playing Pittsburgh in December. We knew it was going to be a little bit ugly, and proud of our team, I think, to find a way to win this game like that.
This really does rank up there, just because of the fact, who we beat them in Pittsburgh.
If you could describe what it was like after that win in the locker room.
Euphoria. They really are. I mean, these guys deserve it. We've been down for such a long time, and we're trying to rebuild ourselves and build up. And this is something that we can build off of. And again, like I said, just really proud of the way they play.
Congrats, Coach. We love you. Washington very much alive in the playoff hunt as well. The Giants still have the tiebreaker in the NFC East, but the football team is coming. The Steelers, they still hang on to the #1 seed, and a lot of questions about this out on Twitter. They have it because of the tiebreaker with the Chiefs. Pittsburgh, undefeated, no more. How about this win for Washington? It wasn't just that they won, it's how they won that stood out, right? They lose Antonio Gibson. Somehow the Steelers were able to contain Terry McLaurin, and they got it done with guys like Cam Sims and Logan Thomas. It was an incredible, incredible showing. What did you make of this upset yesterday?
Yeah, it's 3rd and 4, and it's like the season is on the line, and Alex Smith needs to make a play. And part of me is thinking, Alex Smith's been in the league a long time. I don't have this great reservoir outside of that Saints playoff win of him making the big play and getting it done. And he goes to Cam Sims. And Nate, you mentioned this kid is making a statement. Look at the catch one more time. This is for the season on the line. A one-handed grab with a defender draped all over him. And I'm like, Cam Sims. All right, I'm sure he must be an unknown player from a small... Cam Sims played 4 years at Alabama. I have no recollection of Cam Sims. He had 7 catches one year for Alabama, 6 catches one year for Alabama, 14 and 14. Alabama churns out NFL superstars, churns them out. And yet you still have these undiscovered gems coming from the Crimson Tide. Cam Sims makes the biggest play, and you heard Ron Rivera, euphoria. This team was down 14-0.
Wild.
For much of the first half, before that weird play to end the first half with Alex Smith. And they didn't give up. They were on the road against an undefeated team, a team they haven't beaten since 1991, and they find a way to win. Look, I look at the common thread of Brian Flores and Joe Judge and Ron Rivera. These are guys that players, they aren't coddled by. Like, you're not going to be given the kids' gloves by Ron Rivera or Judge or Flores. But by the end of the season, players want to run through a wall for those coaches. And this is a disciplinarian, but a guy who has these guys believing. He said euphoria was the feeling afterwards. I think if Washington fans are watching this morning, thinking about the next few years and their future and what they've seen in the past, euphoric is a good experience.
They're euphoric. It's awesome. And it's especially confusing with Sims because they also have a Sims Jr. in the same huddle. Yeah. Like, who are these guys? Well, they just beat an 11-0 team. You can see the culture change. You can smell it You can smell it with the Giants, and last night you can smell it with Washington. Here's what I think sums up everything. The Pittsburgh Steelers under Ben Roethlisberger, when leading by 14 points going into this game, were 109-2-1. They don't lose those games. They don't lose them at home, and they don't lose them to a Washington sub-500. Yes, they did. And this is the craziest compliment I can give Washington and all this scar tissue we have for years and decades of terrible free agents and Albert Hainsworth and Adam Archuleta and all those guys. They're well built. They're really well built. Here's the story of the game. They never rushed more than 4. They just put those 4 Dobermans up front and attacked.
They were barking.
And here's the craziest part. They didn't sack Ben one time. They didn't need to. They batted 7 passes.
Crazy.
7 passes.
Montez was like Dikembe.
That's what I'm saying. He was shaking the finger, and not from some little short guy. This is Ben Roethlisberger, who knows how to throw over the line. Never sacked them. Didn't need to. Dropped 7 every single time. Awesome construction of this team with the D-line and the running game. Bostic is the ex-Steeler of all time. They didn't make a one play for the Steelers in years. He's making all plays all over the field. And the only thing I look at is regret. If they had started Alex Smith to start the season, they'd be running away with this thing right now. That's it. Yeah. They would be. They've already wrapped up the East, and it's frustrating. But I will double down on euphoric. For a team that has a lot of bad football moments and a lot of terrible non-football moments, great night for Washington. Great night.
No doubt about it. And listen, we'll talk about the Steelers the rest of the show. We'll talk about them the rest of the season. Their season obviously isn't over. No. You'd rather take an L right now than to take it in the playoffs. I'm glad we're talking about the Washington football team. I'm glad we're talking about teams within the NFC East. But this isn't the first time somebody on this show has brought them up.
I've learned that the NFC East is the most entertaining division.
You're a glutton.
Is it now?
I'm on it. I've been saying it every week. Now, here's the thing. Just look at this.
It's sadistic, Nate.
Did you watch last night?
Before,
no, you didn't. All right.
We know what happens to teams that we feel like got it and they're going to run with it.
Sure.
There's going to be teams that have nothing to lose. The scariest team to face in the playoffs, one of these teams.
Nate just said the scariest thing in the entire league is facing one of these teams.
In the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. The team facing the Chiefs is definitely...
Strakes.
God, maybe it might face Carson Wentz and Jalen Rager this weekend. What are you talking about?
Strakes.
Most entertaining division? That's a fallacy, Nate.
Strakes.
That's a terrible division.
As my sons say when they're arguing with each other, just sit back, Strakes. Okay. Let me do my job.
All right? I'll sit back. I'll take the L. Go on.
Okay, so all of a sudden, we're excited. We're talking about the Giants who smacked up the Seattle Seahawks, and then last night, the biggest win in all of the NFL came as the Washington football team
100%.
beat the Steelers. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that these teams are the best in the NFL. I will say this, and I will repeat myself. This is the most entertaining division. Why? Because there's nothing worse than facing a team that has nothing to lose but everything to gain. led by a head coach who was literally just fighting for his life and gain control. A quarterback who was literally fighting to walk again and is back on the field.
For his life, too, yeah.
Who cares if one of these teams get into the playoffs? Who cares if they win in the playoffs? You know who cares? One of these squads who makes it in. I've been there before. The reason I brought that up is because I understand. I haven't always played for the winning team. I never played for the Patriots or the Steelers. We always scraped and fought to get to the playoffs. And you remember when and this is what I realized about the playoffs. The moment we got in and I realized everybody wrote us off, that's when we were the most dangerous. So that's why I brought that up. Schrager.
You called it, man.
Nice. You were awesome, dude.
Thank you, bro.
It's cool.
Let's respect the NFC East.
Well, he also said the Browns were going to win the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They went 0-17.
Browns are pretty good this year, huh?
You didn't make that call this year, but listen, that's for you guys. You two, you guys tweet about it.
What is
you
that?
three, whatever you gotta do.
What do you mean tweet about it?
Entertain.
I did tweet you last night. Did you get my tweet?
I saw the tweet.
Most entertaining division. You're doubling down.
I am doubling down. Yeah.
Because my whole point then was you didn't believe what you were saying. That at that time, when we were coming off an Eagles loss, off that Cowboys disaster, entertaining to me, and you both host entertainment shows, you're purveyors of entertainment. I'm not going to question you on entertainment.
Wait, why are you lumping me into it?
100%. I hear you.
Shrakes.
I get it. You guys love entertainment. You guys love entertainment.
What?
You know what entertaining means?
Entertainment to me is Chiefs offense, Saints offense. Like, that last night was a great win, and I love the NFC East. Trust me, I love the NFC.
That wasn't one of the most entertaining games of the year?
That was a very sloppy, ugly, grinded out. That's not entertaining.
I was not with you that
as
they're
a-
the most entertaining.
As a football
I
player.
doubted you.
Entertainment doesn't
That
mean...
division is not the best or entertaining division.
As a football player, entertainment doesn't mean high scoring. You see that every single weekend. The Patriots just scored 45 points. Was that entertaining? No. What's entertaining is
Yes,
when
it was. Wait, that was entertaining.
a team within a division
Olszewski?
that has been terrible all year flips the table over and then waves to the rest of the world saying, don't forget about us.
I love what Washington's doing. I love what the Giants are doing. Entertaining to me, if I had to choose to watch that game or some of the other games, entertaining to me is maybe a little differently. And I guess I'm going to be roasted
But
on
Triggs,
Twitter.
you weren't surprised Washington won. You in a commercial break yesterday said, I don't know, man, they have a lot of
because
rest.
The Steelers played on Wednesday.
Yeah, you said it. You
And had
didn't
to
say
come
it.
back.
Turnaround.
Your problem is the Cowboys are going to lose 13-5 tonight.
And the Eagles are unwatchable. And the Giants in a win. That wasn't exactly, whoa, rah, rah. It was like a grinded
I
out
think it
defensive-
might be the most compelling.
Compelling might be.
That's just my take, though. I don't want to correct you.
Interesting might be the
Okay.
word. Entertaining from
Pat Mahomes
entertaining.
Pat Mahomes putting up 50 points isn't that entertaining to me. I almost come to expect
It's
it.
like normalized.
I like the fact that there's teams within the division that we wrote off months ago are now shocking everybody.
Yes.
And don't be shocked when they win their first playoff game once they get in the tournament.
Who do you like better, Washington or Giants? Right now, we're going to talk about this a lot, I'm sure. Momentum-wise, I mean, the Cowboys don't have it, right? They played tonight. They've lost 5 of the last
yeah,
6.
Cowboys.
Giants swept Washington,
They did.
right? So it's